Let's make sure we got the height adjusted here for
That's crazy.
this. This is Really, I thought you were 6'5".
Yeah, I wish. I wish.
Oh, don't we all?
How y'all doing today? Good?
Good. Yeah.
Willie, obviously with you guys having that bye week, I know you had missed a couple games, got back in the lineup. How did the bye week kind of help you when you're, getting back healthy and all that?
I got hurt in practice, so I was off. I had to get off for the Minnesota and the Pitt game, and then the bye week. It just helped me get my confidence back. Getting back in shape for the game that we just played at Syracuse. It was definitely hard, missing out, especially those two critical games. Just any game, that I'm not a part of the team. But I want to play, but I know I had to sit out. That bye week helped definitely by just getting me back, recovering, getting my confidence back and getting back in shape.
Yeah, because of injuries or whatever the case may be, you guys have shuffled a lot of guys into that offensive line. Can you just kind of describe the process of creating some sort of like synergy up front?
I say like we all know what we have to do. We all have a goal, and if I'm out, somebody else will step in. We have great players. We have good depth. We have John Adorno, Ed Montelis. We have Will Barnes. Stepping up. And just taking on that role.
Really, how hard was it to sit out? Because I remember, I think it was the warm-ups from Minnesota game when you looked like you were either disappointed or pissed. Like, because you suited up and everything, and I guess it just wasn't working for you. Like, how hard was it to sit out for a couple games?
Man, it was definitely tough. This is my first time ever, sitting out. Ever. I played every single game of my career.
Okay.
When I was at Coastal, I played all 38, and it was very kind of heartbreaking, because you want to play so bad, but you don't want to, keep going and get injured again, and it was just really heartbreaking. I had to just come back that bye week, practice and get my confidence back up. But I give everything I have to this team. And, it hurts when you can't give it your all because you're hurt.
So it's kind of a tug of war with yourself in some ways. What was it in the spring? You're practicing broken foam and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess it was sort of an internal struggle to not hurt yourself anymore. Yeah,
you want to play. I want to play, but I just have to try to keep off of it just so I can be there for those big games.
Yeah. Before we hit record, he said, "Thought you were 6'5". You go, I wish," but you make 5'11" work.
Yeah.
And every time I look at video, we see photos, you're getting under the pad level of a defensive lineman. So explain to me how being 5'11" actually works for you, how you make it work.
I have long arms. I have a pretty long wingspan. So I would say just listening to what my coach says. Just having every advantage that I can, and I'm using that. I'm 5'11". They might say I'm not big enough or I'm not strong enough, but I know if I can get that technique, in the right place, I get a good angle, and I know my height will be an advantage.
With pad level being so important, and then obviously being able to kind of move a guy, do you think you can sort of rewrite the script a little bit, that people down the road might be a little more open-minded to guys that maybe don't fit the specs, so to speak?
I feel like, yes, that's definitely what I'm trying to do. I feel like if it was 10 years ago, I definitely wouldn't have had this shot. So, I'm definitely trying to, create a path, create a way, for those shorter offensive linemen, because, we really don't get a shot. And I feel like I'm not sure, but I feel like I'm the only 5'11" offensive lineman on any roster of P5. And I feel like, just me being here right now at UNC doing my thing, I feel like that's going to create a pathway for a lot of guys.
If I could follow on that one more time, do you sense frustration from some of the guys you're going up against, that maybe they line up and see you the first time and they may have some kind of preconceived notion regardless of what film tells them, and then you're getting up under them constantly and they're kind of helpless? Do you sense that frustration? I
feel like I don't really sense frustration. I just feel like they just have to respect it, because I'm going to play, with the 99% effort, 100% effort every single play. So if you don't respect it, it's going to be a long day.
If you get into a situation really along those lines, what AJ's asking you, if someone's talking junk to you during a game, or somebody's gotten their feelings hurt a little bit, do they always go to your size when they're trying to like mess with you? They always call you like little or something?
I would say it's really not the linemen that talk to me. It's really like the linebackers and safeties.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
It's more like, just chirping, just chirping.
What do they say to you?
What do I can
What is some
You
of
can
that
edit
chirping?
it. You can edit it.
What is some of that chirping?
I'll say they'll just be like, little dude, just little dude, you short. Why you out here? You little. Just stuff like that.
What do you say back to them?
I just keep it cordial. I start laughing, and then just bring it the next play.
Willie, with this week's game being a primetime national television ranked team coming into Keenan, is this why you came here for opportunities like this?
Yes, definitely. The primetime games. I feel like UNC, like they've always been like a big school, and I especially going back to the South Carolina game, walking into that stadium, it was just like this is my time, this is our time, to show the world that what we have, and just that feeling, walking out and playing in front of 60,000, 70,000, that just electrifies you.
What is that? When do you feel that? Like you're talking about maybe going out to the South Carolina game. When does it hit you?
Really like when you in warm-ups, you see everybody coming in, everybody's getting to their seats. You see all the cameras, you see all the people on the sideline, and you're like, oh yeah, this is about that time to go.
What is your wingspan? You talk about a lot.
I think it's either 6'8" or 6'7". I'm not sure, but it's there a little bit.
Now, to get too specific, what's your best squat that you do? 'Cause that's good for an offensive line.
My best squat probably was 585, which I know I can do more, but they told me just to hold on.
Do you think you have a shot at the next level?
Yes, for sure.
Have you gotten any feedback? I know you've been here since January and we played several games, but do you start getting feedback early on just about a few things about where you might stand in that respect?
They want me to play center. Because I'm shorter, so mostly everybody wants me to play center. But I feel like center or guard. I feel like I could do that. I just feel like I just need a chance. Opportunity, any opportunity for any team. I feel like I could, impact.
You have another year. You
Yes.
can play here, so theoretically, you've shown you play guard this year. Maybe next year, showing you play center, so you get kind of both at this level.
Yes, and I feel like I'm great at center, great at guard. I feel like I just need an opportunity, to show myself at that level. I feel like I'm still, working here, and I feel like when my time's up here, I feel like I'll definitely have a shot at the next level.
Willie, to go off of that, are there any particular guards or centers probably in the NFL that you've kind of looked up to? As you said, there's not a lot of 5'11" guys necessarily, but whether it's a technique thing, I don't know. Like, are there certain guys that you kind of try to, borrow from their games?
I like watching Shaq Mason, Brian Allen, A.Q. Shipley, guys like that.
Willie, the coaches talk a lot about your background in wrestling. Like, do you still keep up with that occasionally, or is it all football now?
Sometimes when I go back home, I'll go back to the room. I'm still really tight with my wrestling coaches. I'll go back and I'll talk to the kids, wrestle with them.
Are there any other wrestlers on the team you talk shop with them?
Jalen, Tamari, Malad, talk junk to them. I feel like I can beat them all.
Those guys that chirp at you, do you ever kind of think about how you like to pin them to the ground?
I won't even pin them out.
They may not know about your wrestling background. Maybe they should, huh?
Yeah, but I feel like it's just they just talk, but after the game they know the truth.
Willie, Tamari is adamant that he has never lost here and would never lost. Just so you know, if you need that for any preparation, he is adamant that that's his belt in the UNC locker room. Just so you know.
Yeah, he's good, but I feel like I have the will.
You should do an NIL.
We need a wrestler. If
Do an
anybody
NIL
can set it
battle.
up.
You're doing NIL event.
Do an NIL.
That might be good though.
Adam can MC.
Oh my God.
UNC's got a pretty good wrestling program, so
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
How does that help you, though, get the wrestling background as an offensive lineman? I guess that mental toughness that goes with not being defeated in a one-on-one.
I'll say, like for example, like when I was in high school, you know, I never could finish. I couldn't finish, you know, until I lost in the state finals my junior year. I knew I had to, you know, make something. I had to do something different. You know, I had to work harder. You know, I had to finish practice. I couldn't just, you know, relax. And I couldn't just relax just off getting one takedown. I know I had to keep pushing because at any moment, you know, in wrestling you could lose. Regardless of being up, being down, you could lose, you know. I've seen some people, you know, down 13 points and come back and win off of a pin, you know. So that's wrestling just gives me the mentality to just keep pushing, and just finish.
Willie, will you, I know this is a team game, obviously, but for you personally in your journey, will you take a moment this week or maybe before the game Saturday night to think about, I remember the story you told me about going to see Miami play just as a fan.
Yeah.
Will you take a moment just to think about, like, well, I was sitting in that stadium watching and now I'm going to go against these guys. Like, I mean, does that register as something that seems pretty neat thing?
You know, it's cool, you know, but, you know, I have a goal, you know, and I feel like it's just another game, you know, and I look at every single game regardless of the opponent, you know, I have to do my job.
Sounds good. Willie, right now Miami has the, you know, first ranked run defense. You guys got your run game back going against Syracuse this past week. But what's kind of going to be the key in the effort to continuing y'all's ability to be able to run the ball?
I said we just have to be on one accord, you know, do our job, you know, do your job, and you know everything's take care of itself. We have two great running backs, three great running backs. We have Bridges Brooks, Marion, Elijah. We have Caleb. We have great backs. We just have to, you know, open up the holes, and it'll take care of itself.
And what sticks out when you watch the Miami line up front? Just the different things that they do. Like what sticks out to you?
Oh, they're athletic, really athletic, you know, and they're big bodies. So we have to have great hands, great feet, and great eyes.
Willie, the way the numbers y'all put up as an offense against Syracuse, 664 yards, you threw for 400, you ran for 200. Like, I know that might not be possible every week to do that, but is that sort of the goal or the template, what this offense is capable of? 400 passing, 200 running? Is that what the bar you can strive for?
I wouldn't even say it's really we strive for. You know, it just happens, you know, because, you know, we just want to be elite. You know, we just go out there and we just play, and it happens. We just go out there and play, and it just happens.
All right. Thank you, Willie.
Great stuff, Willie.